actually prepared a speech, but I've decided I'm going to say something else. Sit down, please. I want to see as many of you as I humanly can. So I'm coming off the stage and I'm going to walk around. All right? You'll see security people all around. They're here to protect me from me. And so please don't get up when I walk around because that scares them, okay? And I just want to touch people because I like doing that. I am so incredibly humbled by receiving this award tonight. Humbled because I'm in the midst of people who give so much more than I do. And I know for some of you that's going to feel like a strange thing for somebody to say because I'm on the Supreme Court of the United States. But you see, I learned my definition of service from my mother. She was a nurse in the South Bronx. She was a nurse in a very small hospital, and for most of her career, she served as an emergency room nurse. And she got to see some of the worst things that happen in high-crime, drug-infested neighborhoods. And despite the ugliness that she got to see, she still believed in nursing and of civic responsibility as a charge that she had to care at every moment of her life. And my mom became the neighborhood nurse, the person who got sick and would call mommy and ask for her to come over. The patient suffering, or not the patient, the neighbor suffering from some form of fatal condition. My mom would be the one who would get up in the morning before she went to work and give that neighbor a shot. In fact, the day I was nominated to the district court, I spent the morning trying to call my mother to tell her. And I couldn't find her till about 5 o'clock. And when I called her, she said, "Oh, I've been at a hospital that I took a neighbor to visit because she was sick." So my idea of service was born in the sense that it wasn't the grand things of being a Supreme Court justice or the work I do on the court or off the court. My idea of service is what all of you are doing. The small incremental steps that make huge impacts in the world. That's what my mother did. That's what you're doing. And that's why I'm humbled. How many of you have ever heard the starfish story? I don't see every hand up. I see a lot. So I think it's worth repeating for everyone in this room. There was a huge, huge storm. And all the starfish in the ocean, if not all, many, 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 many thousands of them, ended up stranded on the beach. And there's this man walking on the boardwalk, and he sees a young boy picking up starfish and throwing one after the other into the ocean. And he watches this young boy doing this for a great time period. And so he finally decides to go to the young boy and say, "What are you doing? This is crazy. Can't you see how many starfish here are going to die? Why are you bothering to do this?" And the young boy looked up and said, "Well, it's important to this fish," and threw it in the water. And that's what I think our service, individually, as big or small as it is, improves the world. And so I thank everyone in this room for caring enough to save starfishes. Thank you.